Hi everyone. In this video, we're going to be looking at combining like terms. So, like terms are terms that have the same variable and exponent. What do I mean by a variable? So that could be something like x, or y, or a, or n, right? So variables are just represented by different letters. Like terms also have to have the same exponent as well. So say I had something like x squared or y cubed. The exponent here for x squared would be 2, right? Because that's what's at the top here. And for y cubed, the exponent here would be 3. The first example here we want to identify are the following like terms. And we start with 5x and negative 8x. Well, 5x and negative 8x are going to be like terms, because both of them just have an x, right? So they have the same variable. They're also going to have the same exponent as well, because x, that's just the same thing as x to the power 1, right? So they both have the same exponent. Next one, 5x and 8y. These are not like terms because they have different variables, right? This one here has an x, whereas this one has a y, right? So since they have different variables, they are not like terms. Next one, 6a squared and 9a squared. These ones are going to be like terms because they have the same letter and they also have the same exponent, right? Both of these have an exponent of 2, right? So these are like terms. Okay, next one, 6x and 9x squared. In this example, both of these do have the same letter, but they do not have the same exponent, right? Because this one has an exponent of 2, and this one, x. Remember, if you just see an x, that's just to the exponent of 1. So we can clearly see that these do not have the same exponent, right? So they are not like terms. 3ab and negative 6ba. These ones are going to be like terms. Why? Because both of them have the same letter, right? Both of them have an A and a B, right? And these letters all have the same exponent, right? Each of these letters all have the same exponent, right, of 1, right? So these are going to be like terms. Last one, 2 and 10. 2 and 10 are also like terms. Right? And the reason that is because they don't have any variable, right? They don't have any letter beside them, right? So since they don't have any letter beside them, we can combine them together, right? 2 and 10, we could add these together. So yes, these are like terms as well. In example 2, here we want to simplify by combining like terms. Again, remember like terms are terms with the same variable and exponent. And if we have two like terms, then we can combine them together. So let's take a look at example A, 2a. So in order to simplify by combining like terms, first of all, we need to identify what are the like terms in the first place. So let's try doing that here. So in part A, we have 3x squared plus 5x plus 4x squared minus x. So again, we need to start by identifying what are the like terms here. Well, I can tell 3x squared and 4x squared are the like terms, right? Right, because they both have an x squared. Also, 5x and negative x are also like terms because they both have an x. Three x squared plus 4x squared is 7x squared, right? So we can combine them together like that. 5x minus x. 5x minus x. Well, if you just have a minus x like that, that's the same thing as saying minus 1x. So 5x minus 1x, we know, is just 4x. So by combining like terms here, we can see this simplifies to 7x squared plus 4x. Let's look at example B here. So here we have 4y squared plus 3y minus 2 minus 5y squared plus x plus 4. Again, if you want to simplify, we need to identify what are the like terms first. And first I can see I have a 4y squared here, right? And I have a negative 5y squared. Right? They both have a y squared, so these are like terms. Also, I have a 4 and a negative 2 as well, which I can combine together. So let's write our final answer. Let's simplify this. 4y squared minus 5y squared, while 4 minus 5 is just negative 1y squared. Negative 2 plus 4, that's going to give us just 2. And we're also left with 3y plus x. Negative 1y squared, whenever we have a 1 in front of something, like this, so negative 1y squared, we can just write that as just negative y squared. And everything else we can just keep the same. So just to summarize, to simplify expressions, we can combine like terms. And like terms are terms that have the same variable and exponent.